What's up guys, it's LH back with another video, and today we're going to be starting it out a little different. Yesterday I looked over the video I posted. It was my first video and I didn't like the way we started right on the charts. It was kind of a like get right to the point kind of video. So today we're going to start with the little face cam and then we'll be hopping into the charts. Today we had no trades for me today. I didn't take a single trade. We did have a setup show up, but we didn't have our last confirmation, which means there's no reason for me to enter. So let's go ahead and hop into the charts. That way I can show you guys what we had on for the day. Alright, this is take 2 of trade recap number 2. And like I told you guys, I don't like the way we started the first video because it was straight to the charts. But now we started with a little face cam, and now we're going to do some chart work. So the first thing that I do before I even look for any levels is I determine what is the daily bias. And I don't look for it in the daily time frame because it's just one candle is a whole day. Okay, so what do? I go into lower time frames, which is 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. And what do we have? We didn't have none of this move yet. This is stuff that happened today. So what did we have? We had this higher high, then we had this higher low, lower high, and then higher low. So what was I looking for? I was looking for us to make that next move up, which was going to make our next higher high or higher low. And what is going to get us with that move in a buying position? Sup, fool? So we have to take a long, that way we can make that position all the way back up. Perfect. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for buy side liquidity levels. So if you guys check it out, we actually had this 4 hour level, not just in NASDAQ, but we also had it in what's it called, in ES. Not in ES, it wasn't a 4 hour, but it was a 1 hour liquidity sweep that we had. You guys can check it out. We had this low before we made this gap, so that's the liquidity we took. We took liquidity on both. So what did we do? Drop down to 5-minute time frame to look for what? The candle that took the liquidity out, and then a 5-minute candle giving us a bullish reaction to the upside. And what does that create for us? It creates a high and a low, which means that if we go past the high, we're breaking structure, and if we go past the low, then we probably want to keep going lower. Awesome. So now that we know what we're looking for, we go into the 5-minute time frame, and what are we looking for? Like I said, we're looking for the candle that broke structure, broke liquidity, which is this candle right here, and then we're looking for a 5-minute candle in the bullish reaction, which is this next one right here. And what do? We mark the high of that candle, which is the wick, and at that high of the wick, that's where I have a 1 minute and a 5-minute break of structure. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for a 5-minute candle closing above that line, which is my break of structure, giving me an indication that, okay, swept liquidity, now we swept break of structure. So what are we looking for next? We're looking for our last two confirmations, which is a fair value gap, and a fair value gap in order block, or a equilibrium, and then just enter off of that. So what did we do? Broke structure in the 5-minute, and in the 1 minute we did just the same thing. You guys can check it out how sweet it is. Broke structure, that's the high. We broke structure. Awesome. Now let me show you guys, we had the same thing in ES. Broke liquidity, we had this high, we broke structure. So what are we looking for? Like I said, we're looking for our entry points. And what did we have? We had a fair value gap in the 1 minute, but we also had a fair value gap in the 3-minute. And I always like to listen to higher time frames. Reason being is I'm looking for a trade in the higher time frame levels. So what do I have to do? I have to drop down to lower time frame levels. That way I can find every single confluence that I need. Where's this ES at? Okay, so in ES we had the same thing. We created this 3-minute fair value gap as well. Let me zoom you guys into it. We created this we created this 3-minute fair value gap as well. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a 3 and a 5-minute reaction off of those fair value gaps. So we had a 3-minute reaction. As soon as we tapped into it, it was it was bullish, then it was bearish, and then it ended up closing in bearish power, but with most of the volume in bullish. So what am I looking for? A 5-minute reaction next. We had this black candle close as my 5-minute reaction, and I did not like that because I'm looking for a bullish candle. So what did I do? I waited for this next 5-minute candle to close, and it gave us all the bullish power we needed. Just as in ES, we had this 5-minute candle close bearish, but we need a bullish candle, so we wait for this next one. We made that 5-minute reaction. What do we do next? We go into the 1-minute time frame, and we wait for the market to enter this fair value gap again in the equilibrium. And I'll show you guys, we were pretty close to entering this trade, but it never went in there. And if it doesn't give me my last confluence, then the market can do whatever it wants. I don't want any part of it. So we had this 5-minute, we had this, first it was this high, then we tapped into it, and then this was where we had our whole 5-minute reaction giving us that bullish candle. 5-minute reaction giving us that bullish candle. What do we need to do next? We need to wait for the market to do this. Going up, we need the market to do this right at equilibrium so we can take off. What are we waiting for? Market to go up right at equilibrium and take off. We didn't have that, so we didn't have a single trade today. And if you guys can see, we would have hit every single take profit. It would have just been probably one of my cleanest trades I have ever probably taken. But I didn't take it. Why didn't I? We had news in about 5 minutes from that entry. Let me go ahead and I'll show you. We had news at 10 a.m. And what time was this trade? What time did this trade happen? It was at around literally 10. So I think that news made the market just shoot up, and there's nothing that we can do. We're in here to capitalize on what the market gives us. Like I said, we're not here to capitalize on what we want. So today was a success. We learned that if we stay loyal, pretty much I say loyal to our strategy, then when the show-ups do show up, then we will be able to capitalize on every single take profit. But let's say I would have entered this trade right here. We could have easily gone right back down here, taken me out, and I would have lost a lot of money. But what? It went the way I wanted it. I read the market correctly, so that's a dub on me. And honestly, there's nothing that I could really take from this. I stayed patient. I kept market news in my mind, and I just reacted off of what my strategy is and not off of what my ego tells me to do. So this was day 2, successful day. You guys can see we're still up $1,000 I would say. I don't like to count the little numbers. So about $1,100 we're up on a demo account. It's been great. I can't wait for more people to follow me on this journey. I think from last night's video we had about 20 views, which was awesome. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys in the comments and hopefully being able to change you guys' life the way that TJR has changed my life. If you guys hear a little bit of noise, don't mind them. It's just the 2 big old bears that I got in the bed. Got 2 bull mastiffs and they're a bunch, but that's none of the matter. I'm excited for day 3 tomorrow. I don't think we have many news. Let me go ahead and check. No, tomorrow we are good to go. We're ready for a good day for trading, and we don't have any news that we should be aware of. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you guys take a little bit of knowledge from this video. And if I'm speaking too much or doing too much in my videos, let me know. That way I can fix them up and make them a lot more fluent for you guys. So this was day 2. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.